Sometimes it is not the man who commands the room with his voice who holds the most power, but the one whose silence makes everyone else feel the need to speak. While the alpha is busy maintaining his hierarchy and others are desperate to fit in, the sigma operates on a different frequency entirely. He doesn't lead the pack. He doesn't even acknowledge the pack exists. This rare breed of man possesses an unshakable internal strength that disrupts social norms just by being present. Stick around until the end of this video. I'm going to reveal how this elite level of self-sufficiency creates a magnetic, almost dangerous intensity that forces others to reveal their true intentions. By the time we're done, you'll understand exactly how to use your natural depth to outmaneuver any social game being played against you. Number 1, he analyzes your intentions. Imagine a man sitting in a corner booth of a dimly lit cafe. He has a cup of black coffee and a notebook, but he isn't scrolling through his phone like everyone else. He is simply observing. When someone approaches him with a hidden agenda or a manipulative sales pitch, he doesn't get defensive or loud. Boom, he just looks at them. It's unsettling. This reaction isn't random. It is rooted in deep evolutionary psychology. Most men are validation seekers. They feel the need to overcompensate with loud stories or aggressive posturing to prove they belong. But the Sigma, he is different. He utilizes intellectual disarmament. While a manipulator is spinning a web of words, the Sigma male is methodically breaking down their logic, motives, and flaws in real time. He remains calm, unfazed, and clinically indifferent to the social performance being put on in front of him. Why are people scared of this? Because they realize he is studying the cracks in their foundation rather than buying into the facade. As Carl Jung might suggest, he is engaging with the shadow of the person across from him. This strategic clarity allows him to identify weaknesses before he even speaks a word. It's psychological. That is the intensity of your presence. You remain in control. Number 2, he triggers your deep-seated insecurity. Picture a high-stakes networking event. Everyone is wearing their best suits, clutching drinks and laughing a little too loudly at jokes that aren't funny. In the middle of this noise, a man stands by the window. He isn't looking for someone to talk to, he's just there. His quiet confidence acts as a blank screen where others project their own inadequacies. Confusing, right? Why isn't he trying to impress anyone? This isn't random, it's psychological mirror. The average man relies on the crowd to feel powerful, constantly checking to see if others are watching. But a Sigma male, he just is. He refuses to seek external validation, and that disrupts the power balance. His presence forces people to confront their own internal noise and the fear of not measuring up. Evolutionary psychology tells us that humans are wired to seek hierarchy, but when he ignores the game, it causes fear in those who need it to survive. He remains composed while others exhaust themselves trying to get a reaction. That's your power. You remain the observer.
Number 3, he reflects your behavior back at you. Imagine someone trying to use a manipulative guilt trip during a conversation in a quiet office. They expect a defensive reaction or an apology. Instead, the man across from them simply repeats their logic back to them with a calm, clinical tone. Boom! The manipulator is suddenly the one on the defensive. This is a deliberate mirroring technique. Most men react with loud aggression when challenged because they feel their ego is at stake. The Sigma male is different. He remains emotionally detached, shifting the power dynamic by becoming a literal reflection of the other person's tactics. Studies in social dynamics show that this disorients the energy vampires who thrive on rattling others. When you reflect their toxicity without breaking your own peace, it unsettles them. They are forced to experience their own behavior firsthand. It's psychological. You stay in control of the rhythm. Number 4, he executes an unapologetic exit. Consider a social gathering that has turned toxic or a business deal that has lost its utility. While the crowd stays to argue or save face, one man simply stands up, nods, and leaves. No debate, no drama, no long-winded justification. 1 minute he's there, the next he's gone. This radical autonomy is not a mistake, it's a demonstration of value. People are scared when they lose their leverage. Unlike the overcompensators who stay to fight for a win, a Sigma male knows his time is a finite resource. If the transaction no longer provides utility, he walks. This disrupts the norm because society expects you to care about politeness or tradition, but he is immune to such games. By vanishing without an explanation, he proves he owes no one a performance. If you've ever had to walk away to protect your goals, comment "focus" below. It reminds them that you are the one who chooses when the game ends. Number 5, he employs tactical silence. Imagine a boardroom negotiation where the tension is thick enough to cut. One side makes an offer and then waits. Most men feel the crushing weight of the quiet and start rambling to fill the void, accidentally revealing their bottom line or showing their hand. But the man at the end of the table, he just waits. He lets the silence hang in the air like a weapon. Boom, the other party starts sweating. This isn't random. It is a calculated move designed to create psychological pressure. While the average man uses speech to assert dominance, a Sigma male uses the absence of it. He understands that in any interaction, the person who speaks less usually learns more. It's psychological. Evolutionary psychology suggests that stillness in the face of pressure is a sign of an apex predator. He is not surrendering, he is strategizing his next strike. By forcing others to fill the void, he breaks the power balance and makes them reveal their secrets. You remain in control of the information flow. Number 6, he withdraws emotional investment entirely. A social group is trying to bait a man into an argument about a controversial topic, hoping to see him get flustered. They throw insults, they use sarcasm, they wait for the explosion. But the man just sips his black coffee, gives a slight indifferent nod, and goes back to his thoughts. 1 minute they think they have him, the next they realize they aren't even on his radar. Confusing, right? Why isn't he defending himself? This is weaponized indifference. Most people are addicted to the hit of a reaction, but a Sigma male refuses to provide it. This disrupts expectations because it strips a controller of the only leverage they have, the ability to rattle you. As studies in behavioral science show, when you refuse to play the game ceases to exist. He remains calm and clinically detached, making the aggressor look like a child throwing a tantrum. It's the intensity of your presence. You remain immune to their games. Number 7, he aligns every action with extreme pragmatism. Think of a man being offered a prestigious position or social invitation that carries status but lacks real utility for his personal goals. The crowd would jump at it just for the title. He looks at the offer, calculates the time-to-value ratio, and simply says no. He doesn't care about the prestige, he cares about the objective. This isn't random, it's a rare breed of self-sufficiency. While other men get tangled in social guilt or the need to look successful to their peers, a Sigma male views every interaction as a transaction of utility. It causes fear in manipulators because they cannot use tradition or obligation to move him. He is a high-value individual who stays true to his core values, walking away the moment a situation stops adding value to his 2026 goals. This clinical detachment is your strategic advantage. It allows for cold, pragmatic decisions that lead to long-term victory. If you value your time more than social status, let us know in the comments. You remain the architect of your own path. Ultimately, the subtle reactions people have around you are not a result of what you do, but of who you are. Your silence, your strategic exits, and your refusal to play the social games of the crowd are symptoms of an internal foundation that is built on solid rock. Most men are house of cards, waiting for the next gust of social disapproval to blow them over. But a Sigma male? Your strength is far too deep, rooted in an authentic self-sufficiency that requires no audience. You've seen how your presence disrupts expectations and forces the world to adapt to your tempo. This isn't just about social tactics, it's about the fact that your internal peace is your greatest weapon. Nothing can ever take that away from you. You are the architect of your own reality, and the world is simply a guest in it. The world wants your attention, but it hasn't earned your energy. Thank you so much for watching.